Hello, Mr. Tom. How are you doing today?
Good.
My name's April Wall. I'm a student physical therapist. Is it okay if I work with you today?
Sure.
All right. I'm going to have to be touching you and holding on to you to do some of these things. Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay. First thing we're going to do today is get you into a sitting position of stability so that you're nice and stable. All right?
Okay.
I'm going to put this arm here. And can you match it with this arm? I know you can use your right arm to help support yourself and sit up, okay?
Okay.
All right. Then we're going to get your hip straight and your foot underneath of your knee. There you go. A little bit over there. There you go. Can you match that with this leg? Great. All right. And the first thing we're going to do is work on your posture a little bit. So you kind of are leaning over, slumped a little bit. We're going to work on sitting up nice and tall. So going from here to here, okay? And I'm going to reach around back here. And on the count of 3, I want you to sit up nice and tall for me. 1, 2, 3. Good. Great. All right, and try to keep sitting up nice and tall like that for me, okay? And now we're gonna, this is the position I want you to try to sit in, but you need to take breaks, and if you get tired, be able to go back into this posterior pelvic tilt position. So, sitting up nice and tall, and come back down. Good. And let's go back up and sit up tall. Good. And come back down. Good. One more time, up nice and tall. Good. All right. And from there, we're going to do some weight shifting over onto your left side there. And so you're going to be putting your weight all on that hip, so you'll be getting longer in your spine on your left side and shorter on your right side. Okay? All right. And on the count of 3, shift over. 1, 2, 3. Good. Nice and long on that side and short on this side. And let's go back to the middle. Good. And let's go to the other side. So get long on that side, short on this side. Good. And back to the middle. Good. So, and what I'm going to do is stretch out these pectoral muscles for you a little bit to help you sit up even straighter. And I just want to bring them down and back. Good. How does that feel?
Good.
Good. All right. And now we're going to work on weight shifts. Sitting like this, and I'm going to use your arms to help you weight shift. So again, you're going to be shifting over onto your left side. So your left side will be getting longer, and your right side will be getting shorter, and then we'll do the other side, okay? And I'm just going to move your arms for you. Good. All right. And you're going to shift onto your left side. Good. And back, and onto your right side. Good. And back to the middle one more time. To your left. Good. And to your right. Good. There you go. We're going to work on what we call bridging. And it's going to really work on your core muscles and work on activating these abdominal muscles and your gluteal muscles here on your behind, so that you're going to be lifting up when I tell you. Your middle section, just like a train that's going underneath of you, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to be helping you out with that. All right. And on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Good. And back down. Good. And 1, 2, 3. Good. And back down. And we would do that about 8 more times, so we have a count of 10. But we're going to move on right now to half bridging. And this is going to be doing the same thing, but just only with your left side. So we're going to be working on muscles that'll help you out to be able to roll over in bed better. Okay? So I want you to straighten your right leg out for me. Good. And what you're going to be doing is lifting up your hips just on that one side, okay? We'll do the same thing. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. And relax. I'll do it one more time. 1, 2, 3. Good. And relax. You see how you're kind of rotating your hips that way like you were going to be rolling?
Yes.
And we're going to do some balance by bouncing on the ball. Okay?
Okay.
How's that feel?
Good.
More fun?
Yes.
All right, great. Okay, now just sit upright for me. All right, now what we're going to do is you're going to be bringing this left leg, when I tell you to, bring this left leg back so that it eventually drops off the ball. And your right hip will still be on the ball, and your left leg will be on the ground, your knee. So you'll be kneeling on your left side, okay? All right, so bring your left leg back here. And come forward. Great. All right, now Mr. Tom, we're going to work on some bridging on the ball to work on these core muscles here and get you a little bit stronger to help you in walking and standing and rolling over in bed, okay? So what we're going to do is, when I tell you, when we're ready, you're going to walk your legs out, and I'll help you with this leg, so that you're more lying on your back on the ball, but your feet will still be on the ground with your knees bent. And we're going to do bridging from that position, okay?
Okay.
All right. So I just want you to slowly walk your legs out. Good. Good. Bring your leg out a little more. Good job. All right. And then from this position, we're going to do bridging, okay? So on the count of 3, when I tell you to go, ready? 1. Actually, go back, bring the ball back a little more. There you go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. And back down. Good. And one more time. Good. And back down. Great job. All right. Now, Mr. Tom, we're going to go from the sitting position into what we call a prone prop, where the ball will actually be under your stomach, and you're going to have your arms down here on the floor. Okay?
Okay.
So how you're going to do this is you're going to bring your legs out to the side, when I tell you, not yet, out to the side and back, and the ball is going to roll with you so that you end up on your stomach, okay? And I'm going to help you the whole time, you won't fall. So bring your legs back here, bring them both out to the side. I'll help you with this leg here. And bring your arms out forward. I'll help you with this arm. Bring it back. Put your palm down. Good. And walk forward with your arms. Good. Good job. Great. Now what I want you to do is work on shifting your weight onto your right side and onto your left side on your arms. How's that feel?
Good.
Great. Here you go. On your right and on your left. Good. All right, Mr. Tom, now this is what we call a quadruped position. And while we're in this position, I want to work on shifting your weight just like we were before, over onto your left side and now over on to your right side. And let's just work on your back legs here now, this time, not your arms. So try to put your weight back here and just lean on the ball. Good. And onto your left side. Good. And onto your right side. Good. And your left. Good. And right. Good. So the first one we're going to do is we'll just work at the shoulder. And this is called scapular anterior elevation and posterior depression. So what it is you're going to be going in this motion, up and forward, and down and back. Just completely relax. Let me move you right now, okay?
Okay.
So up and forward, and down and back. Okay?
Okay.
And now, when you're doing that, I'm going to be resisting you, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to start you out back here, and then I'm going to give you a quick stretch this way. When I do that, I want you to push into my hand all the way up and forward up here, okay?
Okay.
And then I'm going to, when I'm at the end of that, I'm going to have you in this elongated position, give you a quick stretch that way, and have you push into my hand this way.
Okay.
So let's just try the forward one first, okay?
Okay.
All right. Not until I say go. I'll tell you when to go, okay?
Okay.
All right. Go. Push up, into my hand, into my hand, into my hand. Good. And come back, relax. Good. And go. Push into my hand, push into my hand. Good. And come back. All right, now let's try the backwards one, okay? So, I'm going to start you out stretched here. Give you a quick stretch, and you're going to push back into my hand right here, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And back into my hand, push back into my hand, push back into my hand. Good. Push back into my hand, push back into my hand. Good. And one more. So the first one we're going to do is anterior elevation and posterior depression. So what you're going to be doing is moving your hips up this way, bring your up and forward, and then you're going to bring your buttocks down towards my hand that way. Good. And I'll just move you through it first. So you're going to go up here this way, and then you're going to push back down into my hand this way, okay?
Okay.
So it's going to be the same thing like we did before, and I'm going to have you back here in this position, give you a quick stretch, and then tell you to push up on this hip, okay?
Okay.
All right. And push up, push up, push your hip up, push up, push up. Good. And come back. And push up, push up, push up, push up, push up. Up. Good. And come back. All right, and this time you're going to be pushing into my hand here, okay? So we'll start you up here forward, and you can bring your leg back with you if you need to really give that force and push back. So when I give you the quick stretch, then you'll be coming back into my hand, okay?
Okay.
Push into my hand, push into my hand, push into my hand, push into my hand. Good. And push into my hand, push into my hand, push into my hand, push into my hand. Good. All right, Mr. Tom, now we're going to work on getting you up and standing, okay?
Okay.
And first what we're going to do is I'm going to get you in a position of mobility. So I want your feet, balls of your feet a little bit back. Okay? And I'm going to help you lean forward, and you're going to lean forward so that you can get up, and we're just going to bring you to here, and then I'm going to have you sit back down, okay?
Okay.
And you can support yourself with that arm again, okay? There you go. And now that we're in the parallel bars, so you're nice and safe. All right. There we go. And I want you to lean forward. And on the count of 3, we're going to sit up. 1, 2, 3. Up and hold it there. Good. Now come back down. Good. Now this time, we're going to lean forward, and we're going to come all the way up, okay?
Okay.
All right. And I'm going to help you out, but try to do as much as you can, okay?
Okay.
And I've got your knee here. Okay, lean forward. Good. 1, 2, 3. And up. Good. Great job. All right, Mr. Tom, what we're going to do now is we're going to be walking in the parallels just like we practiced before. Now that you've gotten pretty good at it, I'm just going to help you from behind, okay?
Okay.
All right. So remember, shift your weight over to your right side. Step forward with your left leg. Good. And shift your weight forward. And step with your right leg. Good. And shift your weight over. And move with this leg forward. Good. Shift your weight over. One more step. Equal it up. Good. Great job.